What is up, guys? Today we're doing a front air shock on this 2013 Mercedes-Benz CLS, I think it's 550, so it's a V8 bi-turbo. Let's get straight to it. So first what we want to do is take these 17mm bolts that hold the wheel. Put it right here and get my light. This process is actually not hard at all. We have a, see, you guys can see we have a bolt that holds the shock here. We have a bolt here. We have a bolt right there. We have an electric connection right here that we're gonna disconnect. Take out from here. Might have to possibly take this out as well. Okay, hopefully you guys can see what's going on. So, of course, so they're actually gonna spin together. What you can do is get a star bit, which I'm doing right now. Okay, so got my 18mm offset. Let me see. I think this is a T40 for sure. Sure it is. I'm gonna set it to tightening. Sweet. Okay. Okay. The E10. Take this out. You don't need to take it out, but it makes your life easier if you take all of these wires outside of off your face. Right here. I don't even know if this will come out, honestly. I've been feeling it well. Here we go. So, okay. Take this. Okay, we have the bolt right here. There's a band that holds this bracket with this brake line. I'm gonna get cutters. There's a groove that holds it in place. Okay. See, no stress on the brake line, nothing. Cool. Okay. Now we're gonna pop the trunk, the front hood. Okay, so this should come out, hopefully. Yeah, we didn't put any stress on the line, so this is a 10mm.
Mind you, this doesn't even get torqued. Gotta take it easy with this one. I don't even know what the hell's zeroing out. This thing already has it zeroed out. You gotta hold the line when you're doing it.
Just let it lay over here. There are 3. I think this is an E14 as well. Could be an E10. Oh, what the hell? Now this is big. It's an E12. So we want to actually do this one first, the furthest one. So there are no axles in the front, but what I'm gonna do is hold it with my hand right here. Okay, so we have new shock right here. I'm gonna pay close attention now. Have the wheel here for a reason, so no stress goes on the brake line. I'm gonna put this up here. Like this. Okay, so since I'm alone, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to hold one of these with my hand while I put this up. Or maybe I'll try a better method. I'm gonna align it first, obviously. See that? Boom. Okay, we're gonna spin it just a little bit. Now this one's gonna face what I need it to face. All right. I'm gonna take this out. I'm gonna put more thread locker. Kind of went opposite way. Okay. Trying to spread the Loctite. See how the holes are almost lined up perfectly. Okay, we're gonna barely undo this. Okay, we undo them because we can only tighten them fully after they have been what do you call it, properly lined up down there. If you know. gonna tighten it fully. Okay, we'll leave it a bit loose. Now we're gonna put thread locker on these bolts. I don't ever want these to come off while Brody's driving. So what I'm doing right now is lifting the rotor with my own hands, just so the thread lines up. I'm gonna grab my E14. I'm gonna start tightening. We're gonna stop right there. We're not even anywhere near tight or even snug. Gonna grab next one. Boom. Okay, I don't know if you can see down there, but the hole is nowhere near aligned. Maybe it is actually, I don't know. The second one never aligns right, so you gotta play your role. Okay, we can do untying the other ones just slightly. See that? We can do that. We want to keep this one here. I can see my own eyes, but maybe you can't. So okay, actually went in pretty smoothly. So get this, put it in on position, or easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I have a feeling it's tightening. There we go. And tying the other side. Okay, not gonna tighten them fully now. What we are gonna do is bring these two sensors back exactly where they're supposed to be. Right here. And the other one. That one doesn't actually need to be banded back up. All I care about is this thing right here. I want it to snap in place. So my camera died, so transferring to my phone. So we have this right here. All you gotta do is just snap it right in place. I'll see if I can get a band to hold it in place, but not really the most necessary. So what I'm gonna do off camera, I'm gonna tie in this and that, and I'll go ahead and mention torque specs for this one, the other side, and this one. And I'm gonna bring something about the sensor to your attention once I'm done with this section. Okay, so I was able to charge my battery. So these E12s get torqued up to 33 nanometer. I'm sorry, 33 newton meter. This one right here, hope you guys can see it here. This one right there gets torqued to 98 newton meter. This one and the 2 shock bolts get torqued up to 100 nanometers. So we're good. There's no stress on the line. This is back. I was able to put a white zip tie to keep it in place. I plugged the shock sensor and the what's it called? Sorry, the shock electrical connection and the brake pad wear sensor to the correct direction. Even though there's actually no correct direction, you can plug them in anyway. Yeah, so that is it for the video. But before I'm done, I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheel back, and hopefully I have the keys, because I haven't seen the keys yet. Make sure you put all of these back in the same spot they were at. Make sure there's no stress on them. I'm talking about the electrical lines, if you guys can see right here. Pretty sure the fender's in the way. Anyways, put this back. 17 millimeter. Went right in. Great. This is good. Obviously connect the air lines to the top. Don't forget that. So the car will inflate once I turn it on. Okay, so apparently I had the key, so we're gonna go ahead and start the car. And we're gonna give it the option to go up. Probably inflating air now. I have a feeling it is going up. Oh yeah, I think it is going up. A little bit. Come on. I didn't do anything, I just waited for it, and it's already going up, so looks like we're good to go. That means the lines have no leaks over here. We're good, I don't really see anything. If it was leaking, I'll be hearing air. I made sure to tighten it well, no, not too tight, not too loose, because those are plastic nuts. So you guys can see the gap. It was like, there was no gap at all. So looks like we're good to go. That's it for the tutorial. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.